Hey YouTube, RicoKnows here. I'm going to show you guys what I'm dealing with every single day on Twitter because the fans are ridiculous. Some people said, Rico, I don't see those comments. You're lying. Well, look, kid here, okay? This morning I made a video about Rashad Amos, and I told you guys he's not as good as you think he is. His highlight tape might got you gassed. He's 6'2", 230. Everybody's so excited, and I'm like, guys, this is not a Power 4 caliber player. You should not be excited that he wants to transfer to your school. He's just not built like that, and I know. I start getting all this stuff. So then finally I get this Buffed Prime account. Shout out to the two of them. I think it's two dudes talking sports, and they're Prime fans, and they're Colorado fans and Coach Prime fans. I don't even understand that, but whatever. So then they said, he ran for 180 yards, averaged 5 yards a carry, lost 2 fumbles in the rain, only 2 fumbles he lost all year. And he's talking about Rashad Amos against App State. Final game of the season, best game of the year, and he fumbled 3 times, lost 2 of the fumbles. He did fumble against Akron as well. Somebody else recovered it. Doesn't even matter. Listen to what I'm saying. When I said the man has fumble issues, I wasn't talking about in games. I was talking about at practice. I was talking about in preparation for the season. I was talking about a tendency to drop the ball and fumble it when it matters most. That was just one of the issues I was bringing up because I've actually followed this young man's career. Okay, I can remember when he was at South Carolina in the spring game and he did an interview. You can find the interview on YouTube. And they asked him, hey, what's your biggest thing that you've been improving on? And he said special teams. He said special teams. They moved me to H-back and I'm learning how to tackle. Like, this is what was after 3 years at South Carolina, they realized this isn't a running back. And they needed running backs. And this guy wasn't it. He wasn't the answer. So he transferred to the MAC, dominated the MAC. And now he's coming back to the Power 5, and I'm going, no, dude, this is an H-back. This is a guy that tackles. They're going to move his ass to tight end. I'm not joking. You can find the interviews online. But let's go a little further. You think he dominated because he's averaging 5 yards a carry. Rico, he had 1,000 yards last year. That's better than anything we had. And I told you, we watch film differently. We evaluate film differently. And you pulled up the box score. You said, well, look, he had this many yards and this many yards and this. 5 yards a carry, Rico. Well, if you go look at it and we get serious, some of the worst teams in America play in the MAC. We're talking about Akron. We're talking about Kent State, okay? Some of the worst teams in America are in the MAC, and one of the best teams in the MAC was Miami of Ohio. So the talent disparity between Miami of Ohio and their opposition was huge. Like, they're just so much better than who they were playing against every single week. And it was evident, okay? It was evident. But what else is evident is you never watched a single Miami of Ohio football game. I watch every single MAC game and live stream it with the MVPs on weeknights. Show up. We watch every single MAC game during weeknights, during the season. I don't miss a single MAC game. And I know you've never watched one. So when you're singing this man's praises, it's based upon some box scores and never once watching his film. And I got a problem with that. If you're going to try to talk to me about this man and try to tell me how good he is, show me the film. Because all you saw was a highlight tape of him breaking tackles and running over people. But let me show you his real highlights. Because if you look here, he started the season against Miami, 8 carries, 30 yards. That's 3.8 yards a carry. That's not very good. By the way, it was the 3rd highest average yards per carry in that game. 2 of his teammates were better running backs, okay? So he was the worst yards per carry of all the running backs in that particular game. I get it. Miami's good. But other guys didn't have the same problem. Then you go up against UMass. Congratulations. He ran well against UMass. That's what you're looking forward to. Yeah, Rico, he averaged 5 yards a carry against UMass. I know. Congratulations. The very next week, against Cincinnati, a Big 12 opponent, somebody he would see every single week when he's at Colorado. A Big 12 opponent, he went for 18 yards. Now, maybe Miami of Ohio didn't block well. Maybe. But the reason he only went for 18 yards, 2.3 yards a carry, is he's just not very good. He's not very fast, and he's not very good. And Miami of Ohio is better than Cincinnati. That's why they won that game in overtime. But let's go look at the tape. I have the film right here. I can't show you much. I got to keep it on mute. I don't want any violations. But you can see him right here in Pass Pro. You can see him not know what the hell to do here. Look at him. Boom. The tackle knew that he's in Max Pro. The tackle let him go. And he's locked in on somebody not even rushing. When you know you have a threat to the flats, if you knew the play, you would know you have a threat to the flats. Therefore, that guy can't rush. He's going to have to drop into coverage. Just a pre-snap read. I know that linebacker can't rush. It's going to be the edge. We're going to either double team him or I'm going to chip him. Or I won't touch him at all and get my quarterback sacked. So that happens once. Here we go again. Looking the wrong way, flushing our quarterback out. Once again, he doesn't know who to block. He's just looking around. I don't know if you guys can see this. You can. I got it on screen. He's just looking around, getting his quarterback sacked. He doesn't know who to block. And it's 2 plays back to back. He doesn't know how to pass pro. And the coaches just take him out. Look at that. His head's looking everywhere but the right place. So 2 blown pass protection, and they bench him. And we don't see him again until the third, late in the third. They bench him for Kevin Davis, bro. Kevin Davis is 5'9", 170. Number 8, Kevin Davis comes in and does all the pass pro from here on out. He's the guy. He's the one guy we got to bring in. Because this dude down here can't do his job. Okay? Then there's a play at the goal line. I won't even go find it. They're doing Wildcat. And he comes back in and he just runs into the quarterback. Runs into himself. Runs into another guy. It's supposed to be play action, jet sweep. Go find it. It's on the goal line. He absolutely looks ridiculous. He looks lost on the entire tape. It's disgusting. Okay? That's go watch film, man. Go watch the game tape and stop reading the box score. This is bullshit. But if you want to go there again, Delaware State. Rico, he averaged 11 yards a carry against Delaware State. Delaware State, FCS program, 1 win all season, just so we're clear. 1 win all season for Delaware State, and it was against University of Lynchburg, Virginia University Lynchburg. Not even a real football team. If you don't know about them, Surviving Vol, I've made a video on this. They didn't beat anybody. So get excited about the fact that he inflated his stats against the very worst team in tackle, like in pads. This is the very worst team. Okay? Delaware State can't beat a soul. He averaged 11 yards against them. Then you go up against Kent State, the worst team in the MAC, the worst FBS team in America with a new head coach in Kenny Burns. Kent State doesn't know what they're doing, and you go and get 54 yards. That's the guy you're excited about. The next week, 49 yards against Bowling Green. What's more impressive about this is 18 carries against Bowling Green. Not one of those went for over 10 yards. And if you do the next week against Western Michigan, another 13 carries, that's 31 carries. This man ain't got over 10 yards on one of them. All those broken tackles, all those 5 yards a carry, guys, bro, back-to-back weeks, this man is averaging 2.7 and 3.2 yards a carry. Absolute trash. Biggest game of the year for them against Toledo. Can't rely on this bell cow back for more than 10 carries. Doesn't do anything for the team. The liability, bro. Dominates against Ohio. Congratulations. Crushes Akron. Okay. Good job. Goes against Ball State and looks like he's playing against fucking Georgia. Ball State averages 2.8 yards a carry. Want to go turn on the tape? You're going to blame the offensive line? You're going to blame the offensive line in these games? Well, he didn't do anything against Western Michigan. He didn't do anything against Ball State. Then how are they winning the games, bro? Like, I don't understand how you guys even get there. Rashad Amos is gross. Look at little Kevin Davis getting 5 yards a carry against Western Michigan. 5.6 yards a carry against Western Michigan. Why is this guy only getting 3? This is the guy you're excited about. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Go turn on the tape. South Carolina, after 3 years, was trying to turn him into a tight end, was trying to teach him how to tackle people on special teams, because this is not a running back. You guys don't watch tape, man. You guys don't study players. You saw a box score, you saw a highlight tape, and you heard he's taking a visit to Colorado. You just found out about this dude in the last 48 hours. I made 6 videos on this man in the last 2 years. Been watching him since Sandy Creek. This ain't a game over here. This ain't a magic trick. put in the work, learn the players, and assess talent however you want, but don't sit there and fucking quote a box score to me. It's gross.